Hey, glad to have you along for the ride, everybody, on this week's Southwest Outdoors Report, talking about some of the technology that can help you find fish, especially when the water temperature is as hot as it's been this summer. Those fish are out deep, they're on underwater trees and ledges and drop-offs. One of the things that you need to do is find bait fish. You find bait, you find the game fish. So I want to show you what bait fish looks like on the structure scan system. Now you can see I have traditional 2D sonar on the right and structure scan on the left, and I want to show you the difference here. There's the school of bait fish right there, but look at all the detail you can see in the structure scan. You can actually see the little individual dots of the individual bait fish in there. That's threadfin shad, maybe a few gizzard shad, maybe some minnows, and actually maybe a few game fish scattered in there. But here they just show up as big clumps, and in the structure scan you can actually see the detail of the individual bait fish and the game fish if they're scattered in there. So the detail is just much greater on the structure scan system. Let's check in right now in Oklahoma. Here's Gary Dollahan with your Sooner Beat.
Boy, Fort Gibson Lake was a happening lake this past weekend in Oklahoma. We had the Rising Stars Adults Youth Tournament going on. Kids up to 16 years of age fishing with an adult partner on the lake. As far as the fishing on Fort Gibson Lake, it's very similar to what's going on around the state right now. So let's listen to these young anglers. They can tell you what they found on Fort Gibson Lake.
I started fishing about 6. I caught 4 fish today.
We caught a bunch of fish today.
I caught 8 fish today.
I caught 4 bass today.
They weighed about 12 something, I think.
The total weight was about 1160.
The legal one is 351.
On a spinnerbait, I was light green and white.
On a wedge worm,
A 12-inch plum apple worm,
Zoom, powder worm, tequila sunrise,
black and blue jig, and a red shad worm.
worm and crankbait.
About knee deep.
They're about 4 to 6 foot deep,
8 to 10 foot.
about 6 to 8 foot deep.
and about 5 to 8 foot of water.
8 to 10 foot deep.
And they were black on top, and they got sort of greenish towards the middle on their stomachs, and they got white.
I had 3 fish in the boat, for my dad even caught 1.
Down along the Texas Gulf Coast, something very exciting happens during the month of September. It's the fall redfish migration from the inland bay system out to the Gulf of Mexico. And on this week's Lowrance Hot Lake of the Week, we're going to show you exactly where that happens and a brand new spot that you can go and catch some even off the jetty system. So let's go to the Lowrance HDS-10, big high-res screen with the Insight shaded relief mapping, and we're going to locate Corpus Christi, Texas, right at the top of your screen. For many years in the fall, redfish would migrate from Port Mansfield, the Land Cut, and Baffin Bay northward past Edwards Hole, past the tip of the Naval Air Station, across the mouth of Corpus Bay, and out to the Gulf through Aransas Pass here. It was their only route out. But back in 2006, the Army Corps of Engineers completed the Packery Channel, which made for another closer exit point for these big redfish. So we switched to the Navionics Platinum Plus saltwater chart inserted into the card slot of the Lowrance HDS system. We locate the JFK Causeway that connects the mainland to North Padre Island here. Packery Channel is located just north of it right here. We zoom in a little more and locate the channel here and tell you that there's good fishing off the jetties here. And in any of the flats adjacent to the mouth of the channel, look for schools of big redfish pushing a wake, or look for the copper-colored water. Now, here are a couple of good photos of these schools, big redfish, courtesy of Captain Alan Sifford of Fish On Guide Service, showing what these big schools of redfish look like to the naked eye. You want to be sure and wear a good quality pair of sunglasses like the Costa 580 lenses that I always wear when I'm fishing, because you need to be able to see clearly down into the water to find those big schools of redfish. That's this week's Lowrance Hot Lake of the Week. Stay with us. When we come back, Heather will have your Stren Ask the Pro, and I'll have your big fish photos on the big catch of the week.
The Southwest Outdoors Report, powered by your Texas Chevy dealers, is brought to you by quality award-winning Tracker boats. Fish the finest. By Lowrance, makers of the HDS High Definition System. And by Jean LaRue Lures and Bobby Garland Baits, quality soft plastic baits made in Oklahoma with American pride. This is the Southwest Outdoors Report, powered by your Texas Chevy dealer.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time for our Ask the Pro feature, brought to you by Stren, the standard of dependability. Our question this week is from Carly in Keller, Texas, who asked us, what is the best lake in Texas for smallmouth bass? For the answer, let's ask fishing legend Gary Klein.
Well, I mean, you know, really we're not in smallmouth country anywhere in the South. But I would still have to say that the best one that I'm aware of is Lake Texoma.
Thank you, Gary. If you have a question for one of our pros, visit our website at southwestoutdoorsreport.com. Click on the Stren Ask the Pro link and send us your information. Now, here's Barry with our Whataburger Big Catch of the Week.
Well, thanks very much, Heather. We've got the Nitro back on the trailer after a good morning's fishing, and we say congratulations to this week's Big Catch of the Week photo contest winner. She is Sandra Behringer of the Colony, Texas. She's pictured here with her giant 40-pound redfish she caught off one of the jetties at Galveston, Texas. If you'd like to enter our Big Catch of the Week photo contest, you can do so by going to our website at southwestoutdoorsreport.com. Everything you'll need to become a member of our fan club, it's free, is right on the front page, and you can send in your big fish photo and it might be seen right here on our show. Hey, before we get out of here, I want to mention one question that gets asked on our website quite a bit, and that is, why don't we always tell what lake or what location we're fishing on each week's episode? Our show is focused on teaching you where to catch fish and how to catch fish. Most of the time, we tell you exactly where we're fishing, but sometimes, like today, we're trying to show you a specific technique that will help you catch fish anywhere in the region and on your favorite lake. So where we're fishing becomes totally irrelevant. Hey, I want to mention that we will be on next Thursday night at 10:30 region-wide, with the possible exception of Houston, where if the Astros game runs late past 10:30, we will be on immediately after the post-game show. And as always, we'll be on Saturday morning at 8 o'clock everywhere in our 4-state region. Hey, we'll see you then. I'm Barry Stokes saying be safe, have fun. Bye-bye, y'all.